Hey everybody, we're out here at one of my least favorite places, Wilson Lake, for the KKA championship. Uh, Wind's supposed to be blowing a gentle 20 to 40 miles an hour. Tomorrow on Friday, and both days of the tournament in typical Western Kansas Wilson Lake fashion. So that'll be borderline dangerous. Not fun at all. The fishing's supposedly been just awful out here. I believe it because I always have a hard time out here. The lake is super low. I mean, it's supposed to be up like where the rocks are on the bank up there, where those big rocks are. You know, accessibility on this lake is terrible, especially when it comes to being in a kayak and the wind's supposed to be blowing out of the south because there's nothing on the north side to launch. You've got Lucas, and that's like the worst possible area if there's a strong south wind, because the whole, the wind's blowing straight from the south into that boat ramp. And if you want to try to come down the lake at all, you gotta bust through a bunch of big waves just to try to get there. So I've tried to find myself a little, I don't know why I'm swinging, it's because I didn't put my rudder down. I've tried to find myself a little shoreline spot here, and I backed down as close as I felt comfortable and then carried my stuff the rest of the way. There's quite a few brush piles back in this little cut. I don't know I don't know a lot of things, but I don't know how much. There's some shad back in here too. How much this would be fishable in extreme wind conditions. But I wanted to come. There's mainly one bigger kind of protected area that I think will be protected from a strong wind. Where I think maybe I could just try to run to it if I find some fish there. So I really think it's a 2-day tournament. I really think a limit both days is going to go a long ways if you can do that. That's how tough fishing is. That it's an if. I really don't know that I can get a limit at all. Maybe not. I might not be able to put 5 together in 2 days from the way it sounds. I actually caught one from the bank on this glide. It was a whopping 13 1/4 inch smallmouth, but that would count. So I would not be mad about it. And I have areas on the south side of the lake. Tomorrow the wind's supposed to be blowing 20, 30, 40 miles an hour out of the south. So I have those places on the south side that I normally fish. Not that I normally do great out here, but I usually catch fish there. So I feel like I can go check those out and see if there's any fish there that are willing to play at all. At least I know where the fish should be there, I feel like. So I wanted to just take advantage. I didn't get out here nearly as early as I Was supposed to, because I had an issue with one of my truck wheels wobbling after I had it serviced. So I had to wait till the shop opened so they could fix their mistake. So I didn't get out here until 2, and I was planning on being out here about 6. So it's been a lot of fun. Been a lot of fun already. Just barrels of fun, just like Wilson usually is. I don't know. I'm just gonna do what I can, I guess. You know, I know how to catch fish. I know that. Maybe not at this lake, but I know how to do things that should catch fish. So hopefully I can find some dumb ones each day that will let me catch them. Where's my drag? Oh, that was a nice one. I don't know what it is. I think it's a smallmouth, but I haven't seen it yet. Unless I snagged a carp or something. It's fighting weird for smallmouth. Like it hasn't tried to come up at all. Yeah, it's smallmouth. Not even a giant one. He had another one with him too, I think. Lost a good one. Missed one. Caught a little one. Caught this one. I'm liking that. I hate how difficult this spot's going to be to get to. That's a 16 and a half, and I'm pretty confident that if I can get here, I would have this code to myself. What in the world? What are you doing, jerk? My line was going. Not a keeper. Big something out there in the middle too. He's not very long. $16 and a half. He looked like a giant because he's so thick. What happened? Largemouth? I like largemouth. Kind of a hunchback one. That'd be a limit. Boy, that feels good. $13 and a half. So I'd be trying to call an 11 and a half right now, which obviously means I don't have a huge limit, but like I said, I think a limit is going to go a long ways. So, feels pretty good. Go. Couldn't find him. Pretty sure a fish had it. Shoot, that pulled the 11-incher out. Thought you were going to be a sunfish. I'll be lucky to get a picture of you before you flop off the board. Ten inches. Well, it could have been better, but I expected it to go worse, so I guess that's a win. GoPro stuff. That one was 12 1/4. It's my second one in the morning already. First one was 13 3/4, so they're not big ones, but they're bites. Way out by the boat, hit at it, didn't get it. First drum of the trip. Nope, it's not even a drum. Well, not what I'm after, but that's not a bad walleye. He didn't bite like a walleye at all. $20.25. He's a giant. Hasn't been a good day. I've broke 2 off, missed one, caught 2 dinks and a walleye. This is the dinkiest dink I've caught so far today. 10.5 inches. Another little tiny one. There's a tree down there. Nothing in it. There's a tree down there. Hold still. $11.5. I'm gonna have a limit of about 55 inches. That's more like what we're looking for. That was a mess, but made it work. Alright, 18 1/4. That's the kind of fish I need to find right there. That's more like what we're looking for. That was a mess, but made it work. Alright, 18 1/4. That's the kind of fish I need to find right there. GoPro, stop recording. think that's a drum. I think I finally found one. Drum or a white bass. Big old white bass. I'd love to hold on to you for bait, but it's kind of not very convenient. At this current juncture.